So now that we've moved our components into place, the next step is to go in and to make the slots. So if we looked at the final, you could see I'll turn off the head, I'll turn off the back legs, tail. I could see there's my slots that I've created in on the components. So we're going to go ahead and do that now in our model. So the way to do this, there's lots of different ways to do this, but in a way that I like to do it, and maybe that I would suggest you to do it also, is is like this. So you're actually going to start off by drawing a few lines. So we're going to make a sketch, and we're going to make it on the face that we want to cut the slot out of. So it could be this face, could be that face, could be this face. It's a lot of different faces. So I'm going to start with the head. So I'll click in here. And just to clean it up a little bit, see, this is in the way. And I know that this is the front leg. I'm not sure which one, but I will click both front legs, so then I got it out of the way. So the first step, now that I'm in sketch mode, is I'm going to go to create, project. And what I'm going to project is bodies. So this uses the geometry from a body or a component to create lines onto the sketch. So I'm going to select this object here, this component here, and then I've got one geometry selected, project link, bodies. I'm going to say OK. And now you can see these little purple lines that have kind of popped up in this sketch. The next thing I want to do, because remember, you're not going to cut the whole piece out. You only want to cut half of it out. So what I'm going to do is draw a line over the purple lines that I've already drawn from the end of the component to this end of the slotted component that it's going to go to. So now I've created a line from here to here. The next line that I'm going to do is I want to draw a midpoint line. So this is going to allow me to, I'll end up cutting out a line from the other side of this. So you can see the midpoint is indicated on the line that I've already drawn by this blue triangle. So if I'm over here, no blue triangle, but I go in here, I can see blue triangle. So I'll click here and I'm going to draw it down because this is like I'm going to cut inside there. Okay. Then I will say finish. And now what I'm going to do is rotate it around. And I can turn off the body in the middle. And I need to make sure my sketches are on. I'm going to turn off the body in the middle. And now I'm going to extrude this through. And if you see from the top, I've extruded it all the way through. Cut. Say OK. And now I've got half of my slot. I'll show you how to make the bodies. It's a bit different. There's an easier way to connect this main piece or a main piece of yours. You could just keep going through and you could do the opposite as well too if you wanted. So if I wanted to turn that the head off, or sorry, I could do the same thing with the body, go through it, draw the lines, do the same thing, but there's another option later on I'll show you how to do. However, there's one thing that I want to show you about the components that's very, very useful. So because I copied these front legs and it's just a copy, they kind of work together. So let me show you what you mean. I'm going to go through quickly the same process that I just did with the head. So I'll go in here, again, create, project, click the geometry, the section that I want, say OK. The purple lines pop up, go to my lines, I'm going to draw it from here to the end, make sure I'm getting on the intersection, and then find that the blue triangle, draw the vertical line, or draw that other line, finish my sketch, then rotate it back around. And then I want to look inside here. I'm going to turn the body off. And now I want to extrude it again. And so remember, I'm just cleaning it up. So make a cut out of that. Say OK. And now you'll see, maybe you already saw it, but now if I rotate it around, I can see, oh, whoops, I moved that. Didn't want to move that. So now I want to rotate it around. I can see how it did that cut for me already. So as you're moving things, pay attention to where they go, because now I've automatically got this extra cut, and it's easy. I do the same thing on the back. I do the same thing on the tail, because they're linked together. That's the beauty, one of the beauties of components, is that they're linked together. Okay, so that's a important point. Then you keep going through, you create the slots. And the last part, so I could keep going, but just for time's sake, what I'm going to do is show you the next step to be able to cut out the body of cut out the slots for the body. So the way to do this is you're going to use the combine tool, but actually not combine, you'll do something else. First, the target body, which is the one that's going to be cut, I'm going to select. Then I'm going to select the tool bodies, which means the things that are going to cut out of that body. So I'll click this one, oh, and it disappeared. So I'll find that one back again. I can turn it, actually I think I know, it's kind of hidden. You'll see. Sorry. Or the body would probably switched itself off. So let's, one more time. Click here. And tool body is there. Then I will select tool bodies is this one, and see it disappeared again. And I think it already did it. So it's only selecting that one component, but again, because they're linked together, it works together. So rather than joining, what I'm going to do is cut. So then I'll select cut. Okay. And make sure, I forgot to tell you in this one, make sure when you're doing that, you need to keep tools, because if I don't keep tools, these things are going to disappear, right? So make sure you're keeping tools. And then if I rotate it around now, you can see, and I turned off, I'll close these things. And if I turned off the front leg, the head, and the other front leg, I could see there's the slots that have been made. Okay, so that is the making slots in your body. So there's two ways to do it, and go for it.